Alright, hello there. Today I'm again playing this Yuri visual novel. My dream is to be a model, not a maid. Although we are a maid. So last time, we got the part where we become the maid, like that done, but not much else. But I'm sure there will be complications and there will be romance eventually. So let's load the game. Hello. Alright. Let's get here and let's get started. Day 5 of 95, but surely we don't go through every day. I'm bored. Oh, I guess I'm bored then. It's only been 5 days and I have already become bored of this lifestyle. Okay, well it is 5 days. So that's good, I guess. Being situated in Aoyama, one of the wealthiest neighborhoods around, means that it's filled with high-end fashion boutiques and restaurants. But I don't even have the money to buy anything worthy. Only thing I can do is look. I love window shopping, but anyone would get bored of doing that every day. Oh yeah. I thought having this much free time would be a blast, but I have already explored the local area and have seen as much as I could. Oh, this is the thing I ranted about the other day about you can do something creative if you're that kind of person, but otherwise I guess it might be hard. There's the option of job and house hunting all day, but that's tiring. Isn't there something else other than scrounging the internet, cooking or cleaning I can do? Now I kind of regret this decision and would rather have a part-time job. At least I would have been earning actual money to spend. If I were to spend now, I'd have to use the money in my savings since her credit card is off limits to big personal purchases. That means the money in my savings can only be for when I find something really cute. But everything looks cute when you don't have the money to spend. No, well, I guess it might look cute then, but not sure if it's the biggest deal. My body sprawls out on the leather couch with my head hanging on the armrest in defeat. All of my friends are busy on the weekends too, spending time with their boyfriends or whatever and leaving the single me to my lonesome. Must be nice having a boyfriend to buy you things and go on cute dates with. Maybe I can drag her out one day and somehow get her to buy me something. Well, that's kinda sketchy. Even though my vision is upside down, eyes closed, room door sparks an idea in my head, shooting me right up from the couch. Alright, now it's getting interesting, I guess. Today's her day off, isn't it? Surely I can drag her out and get her to take me somewhere. Oh, that's what you would think. It will be in the guise of her needing fresh air. My hands rub together malevolently like a fly on the wall, and I quickly get to putting my plan into action. But that is It is kinda sketchy, but let's see what happens. I walk up to her room and put my ear to the door, trying to eavesdrop on what she's doing. However, nothing can be heard, not even the sound of typing or paper flipping. Is she sleeping? I look at the time on my phone. 1:24 p.m. Did she get a food coma from lunch or something? I did make more than I was supposed to because the recipe yielded more servings than I anticipated. Doesn't she know it's not a good idea to sleep on a full stomach? Though it is her day off after all, she probably tries to catch up on sleep whenever she can. Or maybe, I guess. That sounds pretty plausible, given what we have seen so far. I don't know why I have the urge to just barge in and wake her up like a toddler, just so I can get her to take me out of this prison, even if temporarily. Or you could just go out without her too. But then again, the door suddenly swings open mid-thought without warning, scaring me and in turn scaring her. What are you doing in front of my door like that? I was just passing by and noticed the great quality of this dark wooden door, yes. As expected, of an expensive condo. Sure. She gives me a judging look and passes by me. You're weird. My smile is probably crooked and stiff, but she took the lie. She's the one always confined to her room. I heads to the kitchen and grabs a glass of water, making me wonder if I should bring up the topic of going out or not. The hesitancy stems from her cold and icy atmosphere, and I just know she's going to refuse the offer. She quickly heads back to her room, and right before the door closes, I bring up the courage to ask her, "Hey, you wanna go out somewhere?" Owl looks at me with a quizzical face, like I just asked the dumbest question on earth. No. And just like that, the door slams in my face without even giving me a chance to appeal to her verdict. Wait. I pound on her door, desperate for some company on this boring day. You could just go outside. We'll go somewhere interesting. I promise. I know all the good spots. I can show you the world. No. You need the fresh air anyways. You're always stuck in your room. This time, not a word is said, and I just get left on read in real life. I sigh in defeat and curse at myself. Why did I even bother trying? I already knew this would be the outcome. Fine, I'll just go by myself and have fun by myself. I speak loudly as I head to my own room to get ready, making sure she hears me as I spite her. Nope. Not sure if that is going to work. After changing, I pass by her room again to give her one more chance before I leave. I'm leaving. Last warning. If you want to come with me, you'd better get your ass out here now. No response. Whatever, who cares about her? thought so. Hope that is 13 days gone, I guess. 2.5 weeks have passed by now. I have grown accustomed to this maid life, or rather housewife life. All I do is cook lately anyway. It's not like I need to clean every day. Yeah, that's what I thought in the beginning, like surely like when you get cleaned once, it's not that bad. Especially if you're in charge, if you're just there living and not cleaning like every day, then it's harder, I guess. Once breakfast and her bento is made and I is off to work, I just sit at home with all the time in the world until dinner time. Cassie never gone to her room because I kinda expected that would be a thing, but I guess not. But to be honest, I still shelled up, and the only thing I know about her is her Netfilm password, in which I have learned to take advantage of to kill time with, along with the free gym downstairs. Free gym would be nice. Life here is still just as boring, but I have learned to not mind it as much anymore. One thing still irks me though, and that's me still not having permission to clean her room yet, which makes it seem like there's some big secret in there that I can't know about. That is kinda suspicious, yeah. At first, I didn't care about again having this annoying mucus in my mouth. Oh well, hopefully it will be better when I get warmed up. Okay, at first I didn't care about not cleaning her room, but now that I have become obsessed with keeping the place clean, I'm itching to have every room clean, including hers. I need a new hobby. Hey, can you pass me the popcorn? The TV flashes to two people awkwardly trying to talk about what their relationship is going towards. The lack of music in this reality TV show is slowly lulling me to sleep, despite the advancing drama between the two stars. I passed the now almost empty bowl of popcorn across the couch and stifle a huge yawn. You don't have to watch with me, you know. It's not like I have anything else to do. Actually, you don't seem to be the type to watch shows like this. Me neither, but I've overheard some of my co-workers talking about it and decided to give it a try, and now I'm hooked. Well, I don't know, it doesn't sound super interesting to me. This show's a bit old now, and I have heard it even had some huge controversy in the newest season. But I guess it doesn't stop people from watching it. Well, if it's reality TV, isn't controversy why they watch them anyway? I steal a glance at Ai, and despite her sitting on the opposite end of the couch, it's easy to see that she's completely absorbed into the world of this reality TV show. Her eyes are glued to the screen, and her entire body sits upright, as if whatever's going on in the show is super interesting. I disagree, but seeing how much she likes this show, I won't rain on her parade. When she's in her pajamas, she looks like any other ordinary girl. An ordinary girl just binging on her favorite show at night. A cute ordinary girl. In these past few weeks, I'm beginning to see her more and more like a roommate than an employee. She's not as bad as I thought after all. Yeah, like she seemed like the easiest kind of roommate, like always stays in her room. Well, apart from the not cleaning part, I guess, but that is probably still mild compared to like what kind of roommates you could have. You can stop staring at me now. My eyes nonchalantly move back to the TV, not embarrassed at all about being caught staring. How can I not stare at such a beautiful girl right next to me? Say, pretty lady, how about leaving this club and going home with me? That's kinda... Is she like mimicking the reality TV show or something? Or just like being weird? A piece of popcorn hits my arm and I laugh out loud at the success of annoying her. Is that how you pick up people at the club? Oh, don't get it wrong, I don't pick people up, people pick me up. Well, that is convenient. Hasn't like ever happened to me. Oh, is that so? Well, like apart from like guys, but I ignore those because those are wrong gender. I'll have you know, I get plenty of free drinks thanks to that. Then you should take me to the club next time. I wouldn't mind some free drinks. I perk up and I get excited at the idea of bringing this workaholic to the club. For real, hey, if you're serious, I'm down to go when you're free. I know all the best spots. So I guess I always like, though, you do the, like, though, you be the chick magnet or something like that. I always shuts the TV off and gets up to her room while chuckling coldly at me. I wasn't serious. I follow her footsteps and try to convince her to have some fun. It will give me an excuse to go party again. Come on, have you ever been? It's fun, trust me. She opens her door and leans against the doorway, stopping me in my tracks. Alright, you party animal. We can talk about going to the club another time. I'm more interested in getting some sleep than partying. Nah, lame. She got me excited for no reason. Well, like, I don't think she's like the impulsive kind of person who would be like, yeah, let's go right away. As I'm about to turn around and retreat back to my own room, to mess in her room catches my eye and I tiptoe to get a better look inside. Your room is still a mess. Can I please clean it for you? No. She hurriedly tries to shut the door, but I prevent it with the weight of my body against it. Why not? No. Just let me in. There was like some kind of meme that is like that. I guess maybe they are trying to do that. When I push the door wide enough, I force my body through the gap and enter to her dismay. She fumbles to hide the sight with her body, but it's already too late. So what is it then? I don't know, it looks pretty normal. No anime figures or plushies or anything based on the background at least. Or like huge like mecha like building thingies. Anything. The room is in full view now, and I didn't think it could get worse than the first time I saw it. Mountains of papers and books plague her desk, and hordes of clothes lie on the floor. A bunch of other accessories and random objects also occupy the floor, creating Lego-like landmines for anyone's foot. There are a ton of boxes situated around too, probably from when she first moved in. How does she even sleep at night like this? Or in bed, I guess. There's no putting it off anymore. You need to sort this mess. But. No buts. What are you, a 5-year-old? I storm into her room and start picking up her clothes, all the while avoiding stepping on the various items tossed on the floor. Yeah, I don't know, like it just sounds like it is a mess, but the other room was a mess too, so why hide it? Why don't you want me to clean your room anyway? You hiding something? No. Then let me clean it. I just don't like it when people enter my room. And besides, I know where everything is, so just leave it alone. As your maid, I simply can't. This was just washed, I recognize it, but didn't you hang this up? My goodness. I look at her for an answer, but all she does is sit in her office chair and sulk with her arms and legs crossed. My head shakes in disappointment and I roll my eyes at her. Is it because she was spoiled her entire life? I kinda doubt it, like maybe just because she works so much. Like that is at least like my experience. Like my room is a mess too, but it is because I work too much. I open her closet and it's somehow cleaner than the rest of the room. I sigh and face her, thinking of a reason to entice her to clean. But you're the maid, so you're supposed to clean. How about this? I clean right now while you're here, so you know where every single thing will be, even after it's cleaned up and put away. A daughter of rich CEO that's going to take your father's place one day should not be living like this. Who's to say they can't? Well, okay, fine. I'm not one to judge. But since I'm already here, I might as well do my job. Overtime isn't included in your debt repayment. She has a point, point, it's already 11 p.m, so I'm technically off the clock. Though I look around the room and I absolutely can't stand it anymore. Yeah, and besides, like maybe it's off the clock, but you would kinda clean it tomorrow anyway. Well, like that is, unless like you didn't barge in, just let it be. I continue picking up the plethora of clothes and start my overtime. I don't care. I just feel bad for you. You can't possibly work well in such an environment. How do you get things done when you're working from home? Oh, trust me, like it doesn't really change much, as long as you have like a place to sit and in front of the computer is clean enough. I just do. Okay, Superwoman. I begin sorting the clothes and start folding them or hanging them. I keep whichever ones that need to be laundered in a neat pile on the floor. While I work on your clothes, you can start sorting out the things you need and don't need on your desk. I'll help you make it look neater once I'm done with everything else in your floor. You're oddly doing much more than what you're meant to do. Usually people would just do the bare minimum. I didn't even ask you to clean my room, yet you're willingly offering to clean it. Work smarter, not harder. Even I don't know why. Maybe because your room feels like a dark cloud over the rest of the sparkling bright abode. It was irking me. She sorts through the papers on her table slowly as she replies. Don't forget, this is my place. Don't grow too attached to it now. I know. After dealing with her ridiculous sea of clothes, I move on to the various objects on the floor. There were even singular earrings scattered on the floor. So that's where it was. I was looking for it. Well, I guess you don't know like where everything is then. Maybe you should take that as a motivation for keeping your room clean. She returns the missing earring into her box of jewelry on her vanity. I'm really usually not this messy. Moving in has just made it messy. All I managed to do was get everything out of the boxes. You sure love making excuses. She tosses a crumpled piece of paper at me, landing it square on my forehead. Oh, what's it? My face is my money maker. Calm down. It's just paper. Paper cuts exist, hello, but you don't get them from crumpled paper usually. Her eyes roll at me and she goes back to her task. There are so many boxes in here. Did you not hire a moving company to help you pack and unpack your things neatly? Basically my cousin convinced me to move everything myself for the experience. But I should have spent the money instead of listening to her. And I freaking regret it. Your cousin's got a point. A small golden picture frame on the floor catches my eye, and I pick it up for examination. The frame is decorative and expensive looking, even though it seems rather old and scratched. I flip it over and see a small girl smiling widely with missing teeth, standing between what might be her parents. The family photo looks so normal, yet so out of place in this princess's living quarters. Ma, is this you? You look so different. What happened to you? Sheesh. Before I can examine it any longer, footsteps stomp toward me, and I swipes the picture out of my hands. The picture gets buried into her chest, guarded by her arms, along with her vicious glare. Don't touch that. I shrink away, knowing that I probably looked at something sensitive. Well, sorry. She can't blame me though, it was just lying there. Or maybe it's one of the reasons why she didn't want you to clean this. Even now, she's super secretive about her family and past for some reason. I go back to picking up stuff from her floor, and I'm more mindful about what I look at. The silence between us makes the awkwardness worse, but thanks to it, my pace picks up so I could leave the situation faster. Only words such as, where does this go? Over there, here, yeah, are exchanged. But it's those one-word answers that make the awkwardness even worse. As the floor begins to look more like a floor, she continues sulking at her desk. She hasn't stopped since the whole picture ordeal. I look over my shoulder to her still mindlessly flipping through her documents. The progress on her desk is slowly advancing, but still nowhere compared to the progress I made with the rest of the room. Only her opened cardboard boxes that lay scratched and stacked are left to deal with. With this weird air between us, I decide it's best to flatten them outside and leave her to her own devices. Now to ask her if she wants them or not. I don't really want to approach her though. I grab the nearest box and start to ask, but she speaks first. Sorry. Her sudden apology surprises me, and for a second I forget why she's apologizing. I didn't mean to blow up like that earlier. Was she mulling over that the entire time? How cute. Things like this make me think she's actually not a bad person, just misunderstood and bad at communicating. As to not make it that serious, because I wasn't really offended anyway, I chuckle and brush it off. Don't worry about it. But say, do you want to keep these boxes? I'll flatten them and toss them. Oh, I don't need them. Alrighty. With my arms and hands full of cardboard boxes, I make my way out the door, seeing that my mission is complete. The room is as clean as it can be, except for some sweeping to do. But that can wait for another day. I think that's enough for tonight, since it's already so late. Wait, what about my desk? She raises her voice and stops me from leaving, but it doesn't have the crass tone that she usually uses. Instead, it harbors more of a lonely feeling. It makes me feel like I'm abandoning a puppy. You have the cardboard boxes so you can put her into one of them. I glance at her worried face and then her desk. It's getting pretty late and both of us have to get up early. Not to mention I'm tired as hell, especially after that big cleanup. The mess on her desk isn't too bad looking, since she has been picking at it and organizing it for the past hour or so. But I'm not gonna lie, it's still an eyesore. Oh. It can be your homework. Oh, she is at home. Homework. I flash a big toothy smile at her. I'll leave cleaning your desk to you. Wait, what? It's settled then. I'm a genius. Just do your best to make it and keep it clean. And I'll evaluate you maybe. For whenever the next time I step into your room, if you ever let that happen. Are you serious? You gotta start learning how to clean. And I'm not gonna be living here forever. I laugh as I exit her room and close it to prevent her from protesting. Somehow, I can already imagine her looking pissed as heck in there right now despite looking like a sad puppy just minutes ago. I place the boxes in the living room with plans to flatten them out tomorrow. It's already 1:30 a.m. and I'm beat. My feet carry me to the room and my body naturally plumps onto my bed. I think back to the task that I assigned Aoi earlier. Was that asking too much of her? No way. She's a grown woman. She may be busy, but she still has to take responsibility for the messes she makes. Yeah, or she can just get them made. It will be a good change for her. Though I guess I can step in if she really can't do it. No. I have to have faith in her. Though leaving her with such a simple task makes me laugh. I sometimes feel like I'm incredibly underestimating her. She's the daughter of the CEO of a big company and on her way to becoming the CEO in the near future. And yet, she still can't keep her own house clean. Though they are different skill sets, I guess. What is she going to do without me? What am I thinking? She can just hire an actual maid. Yeah. My heavy eyelids soon close, slowly ridding my brain of any maid duties. Day 37 of 95. Let's save just in case. Still not even halfway through though. Well, it will be 3 sessions most likely anyway. Well, the game I'm making, like, it is bug fixing galore, so no way I'm going to stream it. So I'll probably just stream this tomorrow too. Let's continue for now. Roughly a month has passed by now, meaning we are 1/3 or so through this charade. I'm surprised she hasn't realized that I'm practically freeloading. I'll gladly cook and clean just to continue having a roof over my head and food on the table. If she's content, I'm not complaining, even if she can get a little difficult at times. I think she's warming up to me though, slowly. My eyes open to the blinding sunlight shining through the big windows that scorched the living room as I was napping. The TV is still on, featuring some sort of comedy program with a timestamp on the corner reading 9:38 a.m. I rub the sleep from my eyes and get up to turn on the air conditioner before I burn alive. As I search for the air conditioner remote, I notice her lunch bag settled on the kitchen island. She forgot her lunch. I practically run towards the abandoned bento and slump in disbelief. All that hard work only to be left uneaten. I bring it over to the fridge, but as I open the fridge door, an eureka moment strikes me. Well, probably that you are going to give it to her. If she didn't bring her lunch with her, then I can just bring it to her, can't I? Perfect. That way I can snoop around and see what she's like at work. I laugh to myself at my well thought out plan, get changed, and quickly get to deliver her lunch. Well, that is kinda like mama behavior, I guess. According to Google Maps, this should be the place. Or maybe wife behavior too, but probably more like mom behavior. The tall glass building looks stunning, but amidst all the other towers around, it all looks the same. A big logo, presumably that of the company, sits on top of the entrance doors to distinguish it from the rest of the other corporate buildings. The entire area is filled with people in business suits, going in and out. And I kind of wish I had dressed a tiny bit more classy. I'm sticking out like a sore thumb. Despite people giving me weird looks, I proceed through the big doors, go to the front desk to ask for Ai. The receptionist looks at me with an unassuming look, even though I look out of place. She's probably seen worse. Excuse me, I'm looking for Mikawa Aoi-san. May I ask for the reason you're asking for her? Do you have an appointment scheduled? I'm her maid. She forgot some very important documents and she told me to hand deliver it to her personally. Sure, why can't you just say that she forgot her lunch? Unfortunately, I didn't schedule an appointment. Her skeptical eyes look me up and down, and I can tell she's about to tell me to leave but I interrupt her train of thought. Just tell her that Tanaka-kane is here for her, please. The receptionist sighs and gives in to my request, reluctantly dialing for Aoi on the phone. Mikawa-san, you have a guest here looking for you, called Tanaka Akane. She says she has some import. Yes, ma'am. She'll be up in a moment. The woman puts the phone down and tells me to wait for an escort to bring me up. I give her a warm smile and thank her for generously complying with me. But sure, but why not just say that you're bringing her lunch? I guess it kinda says that, well, the main character is kinda desperate to see her for whatever reason. Employee, are you Tanaka Akane-san? Yes, that's me. If you will follow me, I'll be bringing you to Mikawa-san's office. The man in dark grey suit escorts me into the elevator and tries to make small talk, in which I don't really have an interest in partaking. Mikawa-san doesn't usually have visitors aside from probably corporate partner meetings and whatnot, so it's surprising to see someone different come visit her. Oh haha, is that so? Yeah, though I didn't think she'd be inviting a friend over to her workplace. Well, I can't help but let out a nervous laugh due to the fact that she absolutely did not invite me. There's a first for everything. Don't tell her I said this, but it makes her seem like an actual human rather than a robot. Is that so? She probably doesn't know her more expressive side at work as much as she does at home. I'm sure she has a life outside of work, but she can be quite scary sometimes during meetings and such. I think his speculation about her not having a life outside of work is true. Seeing that she's always cooped up in her room doing God knows what. She did watch TV at least, but not sure like how much of a life that is. All I do is laugh, along with his light-hearted observations about I, because I don't want to tarnish her image more than she already has by being a scary higher up. Yeah, well, I guess like if you said that her room is always messy, like maybe it would tarnish it a lot, but I kind of wonder like if these people would kind of expect it anyway. Like, yeah, we are all just hire a maid or something. Say, are you going to come around more often? It's refreshing to see someone like you in this monotonous place. Well, if you ever need someone to show up around here, I'm your guy. Oh, yeah. I don't think I'll be around after today. I'm really just here to drop sand off. elevator dings and the doors open to an infuriated Aoi personally waiting for us. Without even allowing me to say thank you to the man, Aoi grabs my hand and pulls me along toward her office, while everyone else stares at the commotion. I get dragged through these huge doors, clearly signifying it's an important room for an important person. The door slams shut, and she looks at me with eyes I'm all too familiar with. It feels like déjà vu. Why are you here? I don't even dare look at the furious woman in front of me, afraid that she is going to drill her anger through me with just her eyes. My hands fiddle idly with the handles of the bag, knowing I probably stepped over a line when I shouldn't have. It's been a while since I have seen her this mad, the last time being when I first met her. You forgot your lunch, so I came to deliver it to you. She looks down at my hands holding the lunch bag, and her anger subdues a bit. Her body becomes less stiff and relaxes a bit, though she face palms and shakes her head. You could have just left it at home. I would have bought something for lunch instead. As your maid, it is my duty to see that you are eating healthy. We're not sure if that is maid's duty, but well. Aoi face palms again, this time harder, and walks around her desk to slump in her chair. Okay then, just leave it here and get home. I do as she says, and place the lunch back on her desk, but it doesn't hurt to stay for longer, right? The room's decoration catches my attention, and I start parading around the multitude of books lined up on the shelves. Oh, don't be like that. How about you give me a little building tour? Sure. Not sure if that's the best line to go for there. Her eyes squint, physically asking me if I'm for real. Does it look like I have time? You can make time. Quit playing around, Akane. Just go home. In utmost desperation, I go up to her and pull my best puppy eyes, aiming to win her heart for that tour. I even push up my breasts with my arms, though I don't know how much of an effect it will have on a woman. Sure. But Aoi, pretty please. I can see her eyes travel down to my round assets, and she starts to blush like mad. Teehee. So it does have an effect on her. So I wonder why. Despite my alluring features, she grabs my shoulder and gently pushes me an arm's length away from her as she looks away, flustered. Just go home. I'm not giving up just yet. My hands sneak up hers, and I pull myself even closer, leaving no space between us. But Aoi, I know nothing about you so far. I would love to get to know you and your company up close and personal, since I'm here already. Well, I don't know. Feels kinda like janky flirting, but well, maybe business women are into that. It's hard to hold in my laughter when she looks like she's almost about to combust. But her blue eyes are wavering, unsure of where to look at, clearly trying to avoid my chest and lips. I can tell she's this close to giving into my request, but some knocks suddenly sound at the door, causing her to jerk in shock and wake her from her trance. I pushes me away again and stands up, straightening her suit. Yes, come in. The man earlier from the elevator comes in and asks I to check something over. The CEO's daughter is still visibly flushed, despite her attempted straight face. Akane, you can leave now, please. Seeing her all embarrassed gets a giggle out of me, and I think that's enough out of her for today. So I take the win and back off. As per her request, I leave the premises and make my way home in the summer heat. I don't understand how everyone around is surviving in those business suits. Right as I take some steps through the door, my phone rings and a name I haven't seen in quite a while appears on the screen. Hey, long time no see. Friend. You had to come meet up at the usual spot to catch up. A bunch of us are going shopping and then some coffee today. Right now. I hold my phone away from my ear to see the time. 12:10 p.m. I got loads of time to kill, why not? I'll be there in a bit. Don't start the party without me. It's not like I'd be doing anything better at home. Time to hear some tea. Friend. And so I broke up with him because he was a lying and cheating asshole. I don't even know what I saw in him. And here I was, wanting to get married to him. Friend 2. I told you he was trash from the beginning, and now you pay the price. Whatever, I'm over it. At least I can meet new people now and play around. Aha. The single life is the best life, I'm telling you. What about you, Akane? Have you found anyone yet? No, I'm too busy right now anyway. What are you up to nowadays anyway? You're really updating on Instagram lately. All I see is food. Don't forget that nice view she posted a while ago. Just who are you living with to have such a crazy view of Tokyo? Yeah, you're totally dating some hot shot. I nervously laugh, try my best to answer without giving out my entire situation. It feels a little embarrassing to be admitting that I have to be someone's makeshift maid to pay off damages. Oh, I'm just helping a friend, being there for a friend. Yeah, she's going through some tough stuff right now, so I'm just there to help her get back on her feet. I'm just making sure she eats properly and helping her out with house chores and stuff. Like, what is with all this life? Why can't you just see things how they are? I'm technically not lying about that. No, I think you technically are lying about that. Oh yikes. Hope she feels better soon. At least you're living in a bougie house right now. Yeah, it's pretty nice. Anyway, did you hear about that? As the conversation of random topics continues on into the late afternoon, my phone screen flashes with a message notification on Ryan. I almost do a spit take when I see his name along with the time. Without even knowing, it's already 6:12 p.m. Where did the time go? Oh dear lord. Guys, I gotta head out, sorry. But we have so much more tea to spill. Sorry, I'll probably be free to stay longer next time. Save the tea for then. I slap a 2,000 yen bill on the table and rush out of there, knowing I'm going to get a beating once I get home. Instead of taking the usual transit method of the train, I decide that it will be faster if I hail a cab down. However, that ends up being a bad choice. 5 minutes after the cab starts driving, the traffic starts picking up and I'm stuck in a traffic jam. To make things worse, my phone dies before I can even hit the send button to notify Yuri that I'll be late due to the traffic jam. What luck. I lean against the window of the cab and mentally prepare myself for whatever's going to come once I reach home. I now thank the car ride for being long so I can delay the consequences of me staying out too late and forgetting her dinner. Oh god, I don't even have food for her. I guess I'll whip up a quick meal right as I step into the doorway. That is, if she's still willing to eat, but surely she will have to eat like that. Like, you can't just go like, I'm not eating because I'm angry. If only that would help, would be nice for dieting. Like, you could just play online games or something, and well, I guess you kinda can just play online games and forget to eat. But well, that's beside the point. Haven't made a blunder in so long though. Surely she'll forgive me. I sigh and give up on making excuses. I'll just take whatever she throws at me. The door opens with a beep and I swiftly lock it up while taking my shoes off. I then hurry to put away my shopping bags, but to my surprise I see Aoi at the dining table with cup noodles. She was eating those well before you became her maid, so well, she can do that at least. You're home early. I got hungry, so I made dinner without you. stop in place and lock eyes with her reluctantly, but despite her words dripping with sarcasm, I don't sense any hostility. In fact, I don't feel anything at all, just a blank stare that soon drops back down to her cup of noodles. I take this opportunity to put my stuff away and join her again at the dinner table with my own cup noodles. It looks like I came home at the right time. The electric boiler shows that the water is still freshly boiled. After I rehydrate my noodles and pour in the seasoning packet, I join her at the table. What happened to making sure I eat properly? Yeah? Ahaha. Well, cup noodles once in a while doesn't hurt. Also, I'm sorry about being late. Some friends invited me out for lunch and shopping, and then when you called, I tried to get home as fast as possible, so I took a taxi. But then there was a huge traffic jam, and then my phone died, so I couldn't let you know. Nah. My explanation went into one ear and out the other, didn't it? I thought she was just uninterested, but as I study her demeanor, I notice her looking more tired than usual. Is that why she didn't blow up at me for being late? The stillness in the air continues to linger, but my nosiness gets the better of me and I try to strike a conversation. Did something happen at work today? I heavily sighs and keeps her eyes down. Don't remind me. She puts her chopsticks down and crosses her arm. We lost a big business partner because of the dumbest reason ever. Now we have to find another supplier, and we have to find an adequate one fast. You should have given me that building tour. I could have been your lucky star. But no, you just had to kick me out. Haha, so funny. You most likely did not have anything to do with the outcome. But that's how it usually is. Anyway, just thinking about it gives me a headache. Yeah, I can see with all the white hair you're growing. I don't have white hair, do I? She pulls up her phone camera app as a makeshift mirror and tries to check for any. No, but I can sense it growing sooner or later. My reassurance calms her and she puts her phone down with another heavy sigh. I thought they are like in their 20s or something. Like surely you don't normally get white hair at that age. Like even I don't have white hair yet. Her hands go back to her chopsticks and she starts munching away again. Speaking of white hair though, how old are you anyway? I don't think I have ever asked. Me? She takes a bite and mumbles her answer like a child. 24. Yeah, I thought so, or something like that. I almost choke from her answer. 24? Yeah, what's wrong? I thought you were older than that. What with your soon-to-be CEO status? Like, what is like soon? Soon, like isn't in 20 years or something. Yeah, I'm here or something to the CEO position, but not anytime too soon. At least I hope not anytime soon. But what? I thought you were older. Like, do you like even inherit like CEO's positions? I would imagine not, like in most cases. Like usually you have this news that somebody who like got fired from the CEO position in some other company because they were like bad at it. They can get hired in next big company and the carousel goes on and on like that. Like maybe it's if it's like a family business, then yeah. But usually those aren't like super big ones. Well, how? I'm supposed to look as young as possible. What do you mean you thought I was older? I might not be young, but 24 ain't old either. It is young. Both our faces have O-shaped mouths staring at each other with bug eyes. Hopefully big eyes. But we soon erupt into a fit of laughter over our silly misconception. Wow, you're my age, huh? I don't know, I kinda expected that from the beginning. You sure got a lot on your hands right now for a 24-year-old. All you do is work. You don't even have time to go have fun and relax. Your 20s are your youth, and here you are slaving away as a corporate slave. Don't you have something else you want to do? Like a passionate hobby or something you dream to pursue? Something that isn't the CEO of your daddy's company? I don't know. I never had anything I was interested in. Since the opportunity was there to take over the company, I just took it and made it a dream. Perhaps a goal is a more fitting word. Yeah, probably. More like being a CEO of your own indie game company could be a dream. But well, I'm a sole proprietor, so no CEOs. Well, most of the times, well, at least in financial sense, not a dream. But like being the CEO of a big company, I don't know. It sounds kind of bad. Poor thing, using up her precious time on her work life. And she doesn't even know if she truly wants it. You really can't judge a book by its cover. Her eyes turn soft and cast downwards, showing a more tender side. If there's one thing I envy about you, it's your resolve to chase your dream. Just that. Huh. What about my body and face? I'm pretty desirable, if I do say so myself. That is kinda bold. I instinctively flip my hair and pose confidently in chest. But to be fair, you have to give some credit to yourself too. Even though you're just working for your dad and getting ready to take over his position, you're still working really hard at it, aren't you? I thought she was like complimenting her looks, but I guess not. We are the same age, yet you are leagues ahead of me. Like I said, you do nothing but work. That just proves how hard you're working towards your goal now. Her eyes open wide a bit, and she chuckles slightly, most likely seeing her efforts in a new light. I'm astounded at how smart you sounded just now. Even in times like these, she can be snarky as hell. Gah. I'll take that as a compliment. Grass is greener on the other side, I suppose. Oi slowly picks at the empty cup of noodles in front of her with her chopsticks, and I'm surprised that she hasn't gotten up and left yet, but I'm not gonna complain. It's rather nice talking with her like this. Say, with so much going on, how do you even relax? I don't. Though, it might be a good idea. Like, sure, you can slave away, but you will burn out at some point. Like, like the way I think about it, like, I kind of work a lot, but in a way, like, relaxing is part of the job. Otherwise, you will fail at the job. Don't you have friends to hang out with or something from time to time? I used to, until I became incredibly busy with the company. I slowly drifted away from all of them. I have things to do and worry about. So what you're saying is you don't have any friends? I don't. At this point, I can feel my noodles getting cold, but it doesn't matter if I can be a step closer to making I open up. I don't know why I want to, since we'll be nothing but strangers after another 2 months. Is it because I'm finally unraveling her mysterious, unknown backstory? I don't know, but she's growing on me. Somehow. Then I'll be your friend. Her reaction isn't what I anticipated as she laughs out loud. Please don't pity me. I'm not. I'm being genuine. She stares at me for a moment to see if I'm actually serious or not. A bitter smile appears on her face and she stares at her empty cup again. Why would you want to be friends with me? All I do is scream at you and make you play housemaid for me because I can't cook and do my own cleaning. Well, you haven't been screaming at me much for the past few weeks. Even today, when I surprised you at your office, you didn't. Okay. You seemed kinda mad, but nowhere near the same level of anger you had when I first met you. You also didn't yell at me when I got home just now. Though maybe it's because you have more important matters at hand, but that's beside the point. I think you're improving. She stares at me again and with questioning eyes, but it seems I have come off convincing enough for her to process the thoughts and accept the fact I don't mind being friends with her. Or if being friends is too much to handle, then I can be someone you can confide in. How about that? Or like, what is the difference? Like a psychiatrist or something? A tingle of pink colors her face and she looks away bashfully. But she replies in a in a barely audible mumble. Thanks. Ha, what a tsundere. Just let me know Just let me know when you're free. Cause I'm your girl to spice things up. Coffee, shopping, driving, drinking. I'm down for anything. Just say the word. You know, as long as you're paying, cause I don't even have an income. Sure. I then gets up, with her garbage and throws it away properly, earning a shocked face from me. Usually she just leaves her finished dish at the table. What's gotten into her? Is she finally learning? Oh my god, it's like watching my child grow up. Sure. Well, I guess it kinda is, but kinda not. After leaving her pair of chopsticks in the sink, she makes her way to her room, but she pauses before heading in. Do you still want to watch some Patio House later tonight? I was never interested in the show, but the more I watched it, the more I have come to like it. And I feel like Patio House is the only time she ever gets to not think about work. So why wouldn't I be down? Always. And with that, she disappears into her room and I finish my cold noodles. How far into the game we are? Oh, it's getting there, but well, I guess I'll still play like half an hour or something. So that the last session won't be incredibly long. Later that night, the dark and starry sky stand out in the brightly lit living room. We sit in our usual spots on the sofa with our eyes stuck to the screen, playing the episode we last left off on from Patio House. It's been a weekly thing now, watching Patio House together, or at least whenever we have time at night, usually on weekends. The show is beginning to get interesting as I become attached to the multiple characters living in the house together. Kind of reminds me of Aoi and I. The mellow mood of the show used to bore me, but it's become somewhat relaxing and I have come to appreciate the pace of the show as well as the panel and their commentary. The scene cuts to said panel and they begin their usual comments about the people in question. Just then, I said something, but my attention was more on the panelists instead. Did you really mean it? Did you really mean what you said earlier during dinner about being my friend? Now that catches my attention. You're still cynical about that. Why would I lie to you? I don't know. Yes, of course I meant it. But you know, we can go back to being strictly an employee and maid relationship if you still feel uneasy about it. That's not it. Elle looks at me with a face that screams she's still unsure. Should I give you a kiss of friendship to show how serious I am? Come here. With the hope of the small space between us, I lunge at her nearby defenseless self with an exaggerated kissy face. She lightly screams after being caught off guard and tries her best to back up from me. Wait. No. Okay, I get it. You're serious? Now stay away. Yeah, well, I guess that is one way to convince people, but it also kinda makes it feel more joke kinda thing. Well, I keep moving to watch her while keeping a straight face, but I'm about to burst out in laughter any second now. Oh, come on. We have to solidify our friendship with the rite of passage. Sure, well, that's not quite how friendship works. I continue my prank and keep cornering her, but she suddenly comes to a stop thanks to the couch's armrest that neither of us paid attention to, and in a flash, oopsie daisy. The distance between us closes as our lips abruptly meet each other. Oopsie daisy. Her wide eyes and frozen body mirror my own, both of us not knowing what just happened. The TV gets drowned out as my mind is trying to process the sudden turn of events. After what seems like centuries, I hastily back up and both of us cover our mouths, shocked over the accidental kiss. Our face is as red as a traffic light, even when her hand is covering half of it, and her brows are furrowed with confusion. Voices from the TV are starting to tune in again, snapping me back into reality. We somehow accidentally kissed. Air out the awkward air. I play it off as a joke, which it initially was. Ahaha, wow. Nah, I guess our friendship pact is officially formed. Ahaha. Hope it wasn't your first kiss, haha. I nervously look away because, let's be real, who could make eye contact with someone they never intended to kiss in the first place? Her lack of response forces me to look at her though, but her eyes immediately avert to the side. Don't tell me that really was your. Her brows furrow even more, giving me my answer. You idiot. Oh my god, I'm sorry. I really didn't mean to take your first kiss. In haste, she slinks away and claims she's going to bed, still covering her bead red face. Once she's gone, I slumped down on the couch and stared blankly at the TV. The episode is still in the middle of playing, showing the two celebrities coincidentally sharing a kiss, much like the one that we just happened earlier. Oh gosh, who knew that celebrities accidentally kissed you? Except theirs is no accident. I quickly turn off the TV out of embarrassment as I recall kissing Aoi earlier. The temperature rises in my face. I shake my head to try to get it to subside, but it doesn't work. It was just an accident. A mishap. So why am I getting embarrassed all of a sudden? Well, I don't know, because it was accident. No, for one. This is a Yuri game, so there are reasons. Day 65 out of 95. I stifle a big yawn and put my laptop on the coffee table. It's only 3 p.m. right now, but why does it feel like it's been 3 p.m. for the longest time? My eyes are getting dry, and it feels like the air conditioner isn't working as well as it's supposed to. It's feeling kind of warm, but also cold at the same time. Weird. After hours of staring at the laptop screen, I'm getting a little lightheaded. I get up to pour myself a glass of water, but getting up makes me feel woozy, and my heavy body ends up back on the couch again. It won't hurt to lie down a bit, right? There's still some time left before I have to make dinner. Oh, but I have to go grocery shopping. Maybe I can do that tomorrow instead. I'm feeling super tired. I think all I need is a little nap. I'll be sure to wake up on time to make a quick dinner. Oh, probably not going to happen. My heavy eyelids can barely stay open, and I fall prey to slumber in a matter of seconds. When I finally awake, the bright lights in the room cause my migraine to worsen even more. The pounding in my head is all I can focus on, and my brain shrivels with every beat. However, a burning smell immediately thrusts me back into motion. Did I leave the stove on earlier? Is the place engulfed in flames? I sit up in a panic to check my surroundings, but instead of seeing fire, I see a wet towel fall from my head and a figure in the kitchen. Heavy breathing calms down after identifying Aoi in the kitchen, but panic arises again when I realize she's in the kitchen doing kitchen things, when she never does kitchen things. Ow. At the speed of light, I practically leap from the couch and check if she hurt herself. Aye. Fortunately, there's no blood gushing from anywhere, but she's holding her finger in her mouth and looking at me with teary eyes. Her fingers are covered in band-aids, causing me to think of the damage she could have done elsewhere. I look around the kitchen and it looks like an absolute war zone. Or she could have just made cup noodles. But I spot a bowl of what seems to be rice porridge on the counter. Did you make that for me? You shouldn't be up, you have a fever. I do. Ava leans her head in, and for a moment I think she's trying to kiss me, but then our foreheads touch, and I almost faint from misunderstanding. From what I understand, like this isn't like a super reliable way to see if people have fever. You're still burning up. Go back to the couch. What? I get escorted to whence I came. She sits me down and hurriedly brings the bowl of rice porridge to me. The bowl sits in front of me on the coffee table, and at first glance it looks completely edible. What is it? I almost think my eyes are playing tricks on me. This must be the first time she's ever cooked right. And she got it down to a T. I look at her with shocked eyes. You made this? Yeah, I tried. I used a simple recipe online and I followed this instruction properly, so it should be decent. Wait, like if it's like rice porridge, how did she cut herself? Like you don't need to cut rice, right? But then again, I have never cooked before, so I put the tray with the rice porridge on my lap and scoop a spoonful. If it was a simple recipe, then she couldn't have messed up, right? Here goes nothing. Right as I lift the spoon to my face, I can smell the burnt aroma of the rice porridge, and any sort of expectations vastly disappear. Despite the smell, I put the spoon in my mouth and taste her hard work. So how is it? It's burnt and salty as hell, but it's not inedible. But her anticipating face makes it hard for me to break it to her. With just that one word, she already figures out my answer. So it's bad. No, it's not bad, it's just a little burnt and a little too salty. Our shoulders slump in dejection. But it's not bad. Trust me, it's not bad at all. I mean, for a first timer. Wow. I bring another spoonful into my mouth and swallow it with ease, hoping to show to Aoi that it really isn't inedible. You don't have to continue eating. I'm going to because it's fine. And besides, you spent so much effort on this. How could I just toss it away? I'm not one to waste food. I'm thankful that you even tried to help me recover. I don't know when I got this fever, but gosh, it's a pain in the ass. Though I think it's died down now. Say, did you eat yet? I'll go make you something quick. I instinctively get up to do my job, but she drags me back down onto the couch. Sit. You still have a fever going on. Just rest for a while. Don't worry about me for the time being. Worry about yourself. Get to bed early tonight. And don't concern yourself with my breakfast and lunch tomorrow. Well, what are you gonna eat then? cup noodles, I guess. Store-bought food, what else? I'd rather you rest up for the next couple of days than have my maid go to the hospital. I back down after she scolds me slightly and I continue eating the homemade rice porridge. I have forgotten how scary she can be. I resume eating my mediocre meal in silence. But I can't help but notice the chef's intense stare. Always seated next to me and continues to monitor me intently with every spoonful. Can you stop watching me eat? It's making me nervous. I'm making sure you don't randomly faint and that you get to bed properly after eating. Speaking of which, you should stop eating that garbage. I'm fine, seriously, and I'm not gonna faint out of nowhere. I'm sure my fever is dying down. I touch my forehead to confirm, but that surely doesn't work at least. Like there's no way you can tell it yourself. I can't tell. I'll personally escort you to bed if I need to. What else are you gonna do? Sleep with me too? No. I snicker at how discomposed she automatically becomes after one mere suggestion. I proceed towards the kitchen and leave the bowl in the sink, as well as everything else she used to cook earlier. This can be cleaned tomorrow. I'm ordered to go to sleep early anyway. The clock on the microwave reads 8:57 p.m. I didn't notice until now how early it still is. Even if I tried to, I'd probably just be rolling around in bed, unable to sleep. But maybe this excruciating headache will help, though it's deadly as can be. I reach for the cabinet where the painkillers are and take 2 tablets while chugging a glass of water down. It might have been a bad idea to finish all of the salty rice porridge. But how could I have not? It was our first dish. I couldn't let her efforts go to waste like that. Aiden comes up next to me and badgers me with question after question. Do you need anything? Do I need to go to the store to get anything for you? Do you need more medicine? I'll go buy you some food for when you wake up. Calm down. I don't need anything. Her face tells me she's not convinced, but I really don't need anything else. All I need is some good sleep. Having like food when you wake up can be good too. But seeing her worried like that makes me want to tease her a bit. Though it would be nice if I had a comfier and expensive bed to sleep in. I'd probably sleep a lot better, you know. Her eyes widen like she has the best solution to my problem. You can sleep in my bed tonight. I'm taken aback at how fast she answered that with no hesitation whatever. What? If it would help you get better, that is. I mean, I need you to get better so you can quickly get back to your duties. I was joking, and besides, I'd pass my fever to you if we were to sleep in the same bed, I'd be sleeping in your bed or the couch if you slept in mine. Question mark. At that moment, it finally occurs to me that I have gravely misunderstood. My face burns intensely, and it isn't because of the fever. I turn away from her out of embarrassment and mentally slap myself in the face. Why did I automatically assume we would be sleeping together? Yeah, I wonder why. The image of us sleeping in the same bed flashes across my head, and I quickly try to push it out. Are you okay? I spin around, and our faces are only inches apart. On instinct, I back up and nearly knock down something on the counter. Okay, I'm gonna go sleep now, good night. I literally run past her and go straight to my bedroom, throwing myself on the bed in hopes that I can't hit my head on the headboard and knock myself out. Unfortunately, I'm still conscious. Our close-up face is still in my head, and it makes me remember that one time when we accidentally kissed. I bury my head under my pillow to block out all the strange thoughts floating in my head. But doesn't really help. What's gotten into me, seriously? Why am I so self-conscious about Aoi now? Is my fever so bad that it's melting my brain? I was probably acting so suspicious just then. I hate this. It must be the fever. It has to be. Sure, it is always the fever. The 80 of 95. I wonder like if the number is accurate. Like I would imagine it is accurate. But this is probably a good point to stop. Because it should be like no, a little over 700 bubbles. So it's probably good. Probably good for one more session. At least like I hope the number is correct. But it's not quite. Not quite like 1/3, but it's good enough. Good enough. Well, it is getting more interesting at least. Well, the beginning was interesting too, but well, now things are happening. It's like 15 days, and if it's like still like 700 boxes, then that will still be a lot of content. But well, that will be tomorrow, by the way. Tomorrow, same time. Because no game development until I get the game finished, I guess. Like, well, it is just fixing bugs and doing polish, so that is like, well, kind of the worst kind of content you could stream, so well, no streaming game development. But, well, streaming queer games, I guess. Anyway, it was a lot of fun, and well, see you tomorrow or whenever. Thank you for watching, and bye bye.